Okay, so Thursday, September 29th, Deutsche Bank stock goes down. Why? Well, Barclays, Deutsche Bank, and Credit Suisse all face billions in fines before the U.S. election. Remember, this was Thursday going into Friday, okay? And then let's see. Uh, by the way, no one ever talks about why they're being fined. Well, we know it's the same amount that Europe is fining Apple for some sort of trade deal or whatever. I didn't really follow that. I just know it's the same amount, and who cares? It's a pay to play thing. It's more like a fee, but in this case, it's not because it actually really did some damage to the company's not only stock but also their reputation and so forth. And they weren't the only ones, by the way. Again, Barclays, Credit Suisse, and there are many others with that. But here's the reason why it occurred. Okay, the fines from the U.S. Department of Justice, led by Attorney General Loretta Lynch, for the illegal sale. Okay, this is the reason: illegal sale of mortgage bonds in the U.S. before the 2008 financial crisis. What year is it? Oh, it's 2000s. It's 8 years later. Now they're finding them. You want to talk about moving at a snail's pace? But let's put that aside. Let's put that aside. Let's go forward. It's now Friday, okay? And the stocks go up. They go up 1%. As a matter of fact, Deutsche Bank goes up 14%. It does a turnaround, a total turnaround, like a V turnaround, all based on a rumor. Let me focus in on this. I think you'll be very interested. I found this article dating back to April 23rd, 2013. And this was going on back then. You can believe it. You can believe me, dear listener, that the technology got a heck of a lot better since then. It's been over 3 years. Trading robots are reading Twitter. This is from CN. Sorry, CN. I can't say it. This leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. Try it again. CNB. Sorry, that was bad. Sorry, I apologize. I vomited something. I'm not sure what it is. Must be some breakfast. Yes, but you want to vomit? Check this face out. Isn't that a nice face? I'm the Terminator. That's the picture they had. Let's call it Twitter Skitter. Twitter Skitter. Here's a question. Very important. How many suckers are out there based on a Twitter? This is my question. Based on a Twitter rumor, Twitter, first of all, look at the name. Twitter, Yahoo, these are crazy, wacko names. Back in my day, if you would have said, yeah, I heard it on Twitter, they'd be laughing at you. Like, what are you, some type of moron? No, but based on a bird brain Twitter article, or rumor, quote unquote, Deutsche Bank already settled. And it's settled for a third. Okay, well, and then the market, quote unquote, this is what they say. Oh, the market's rallying on that. No, the market's not rallying. This is what happens, okay? Trading robots are reading Twitter. They trade, and just like the Terminator, they will terminate anything in their path when it comes to buying or selling, and it's done in macroseconds, and it's done with veracity. It's not. You got to ask yourself. They can't. Some people say, "Well, how stupid can these traders be?" I mean, these people make a lot of money and so forth. They have hedge funds. By the way, hedge funds have been flying away from Deutsche Bank. That's another article, but look it up. How can people be so stupid? It's an obvious a hack piece on Twitter, of all things. This is not human beings applying logic. These are stupid robots, okay? Stupid, garbage in, garbage out type of information that they get, and they spew it right out. So don't blame traders or speculators, of which I am not one. But don't blame them because they're not. It's not a lack of intelligence on their part. It's a lack of intelligence on the Dominator Twitter readers, or what do they call it? Twitter skitter. Twitter skitter. Yeah, it's not just Twitter. It's these bots or robots skim all of the other news segments, as well as they can take uh, the language, verbal language, and translate it to text. They're very simple. It's very simple for that to be done right now, and then then the robots read the text, and based on what the text says and the content and so forth, they trade based on that. So how does the market get manipulated now? Well, it's rumors from the media, bullshit from the media, being fed into the robots. So the media bullshit is the central mechanism for these trading robots. That's the way I see it. Because I'll tell you one thing: the most moronic person in the world can see right through this, and anyone with just a modicum of intelligence, just a brain stem, will look at what happened throughout last week, all the way up until Friday, and say this is bullshit. But you see, that's a person. It's not the Dominator. It's not a Twitter skitter. It's not a Twitter reading trading robot. And that's if you're in the market, that's who you're going against. You're going against that. You're going against the ultimate programmers, which is the BS lamestream whore media, what I call the radical media. Okay, in any form. This is not a real market. This is not a real world that we're living in. We're living in a little bubble created by very wealthy people that have the money to create the bubble, and we live in it. It's unfortunate, but that is the reality right now, and this is what you see. And this guy right here, Mr. Terminator, yeah, he's laughing. So remember, don't if you ever ask yourself, well, how can this be happening? How is it that this can it has nothing to do with technical analysis or hell, nothing to do with fundamentals? It has a lot to do with this. Trading robots being told what to do by the lamestream media, putting out garbage, and the robots don't know the difference between garbage and real quote unquote news. And that's how it's done, my friends. That's how it's done. As of the day after Elul 29, couldn't we call it Elul 30th? I don't know. October 3rd, 2016. Happy Shemitah.